What's going down, everybody? Dreamcast 84, all up in here. We're going to show a picture of shotguns and masculine things to counterbalance the fact that we're talking about anime type visual novel stuff. Or we could just totally backtrack and just show a picture of little anime girls. How about that? Yeah, so what are we talking about today? We are talking about Quiz Oh My Goddess. Here's a big old box right here. And let's just talk about it because I got pictures. So, yeah, this is a nice little box set. I just had a conversation with Gollum Cone last night, and he was mentioning, like, he said, why is it that the best sets are for the worst games? And that's true. That's, you know, I was thinking about this and pondering upon this. I was outside sunbathing just now, and I was thinking, I think since culture is kind of accelerated in Japan, that in the 90s and the early 2000s, there was a big push for blue pill men, or just the effeminization of men. So, of course, they're going to just up the ante when it comes to cutesy, girly type stuff. And when you look at the Japanese import games, there's just a ton of these type games, and I feel like the female demographic might have been more represented in Japan. There was the Hello Kitty set and the Sakura Tyson set, and I'm just thinking, you know, with all of this feminism and cultural Marxism and stuff like that, and the grass eaters movement in Japan, that ever since culture is kind of magnified and accelerated, that, you know, looking at Japan is a good example of the microcosm, or the, you know, the it's a good litmus test for what the rest of the world is going to be like. For some reason, Japan is kind of a window to the future. So it's cool that I'm talking about these kind of concepts and stuff like that. Because I don't really have much to say with showing all of these pictures. I think that there's a bunch of pictures, so I'm just going to kind of like randomly talk about things. Now, when it comes to just looking at the set, it's got like tremendous artwork. I like the art. Just looking on the inside of the box here, it's really cool. Comes with this pillow, which you may have not already seen or not. I made a joke with the waifus, and I conflated and confused waifus with weeaboos, and I made a faux pas saying that I wouldn't, like, something to do with me sleeping with a waifu, or the way I phrased it was like, I would rather sleep with a weeaboo than something, but I was referring to waifus. So yeah, I just went ahead and edited that video, so I still said that, but yeah, it's just totally did not mean that, because yeah, looks like the cover of this is kind of dingy, it's kind of dirty. Maybe I can wipe it off, but I don't want to, like, you know, ruin it. It seems like yeah, there's a little stamp set in here in the little pillow, and I was wondering, is that pillow a waifu? Question mark. I don't know, man. And other than that, yeah, the pillow's nice. It's in it's nice little bag. I picked up the set for, you know, cheaper than, you know, other offerings. I don't remember exactly what I, you know, was getting it for or whatever, but it has a pillow. I don't think it's complete because there's like a little rubber stamp piece missing from one of the little stamp things. You see little girls or whatever, and the stamps look pretty cool. Just from a collector's standpoint, looks pretty cool. I can understand why somebody might think that this set is really cool, but it just screams girl to me. Oh, I must mention that the game itself is in retail shrink wrap, so I'm very, very hesitant to take it out of its packaging. That's why I have a burnt copy, and I don't have any problems showing you a picture of the burnt copy because I have the retail copy right here, and, you know, apparently the morals and ethics of burning games is alleviated just a little bit. The communal, you know, the condemnation that you get from society is lessened just a little bit once you have, like, you know, proof that you have backups. So there's that. Yeah, I was talking to Gollum Cone about backups and stuff. He was he's justified in burning a copy of Resident Evil, I believe Code Veronica, and one of the other ones. He's a big fan of the Resident Evil series, but he's totally justified in doing that because apparently the NTSC version is VGA compatible and the PAL version isn't, which I think is messed up. I feel like Sega of Japan totally took care of the Japanese stuff, and they should. But let me pick this up here in a second. And we're back. So basically, Japan is taking care of the home front. It was basically what I was trying to say, the crux of what I was trying to say there. But and they should, but it's just kind of strange and noteworthy that Sega was taking care of the whole visual novel crowd when there was only like Sega Gaga, which is kind of like it's not really a masculine game. You got Space Channel 5 Part 2, which is totally female-centric type thing. And what was the other set? Jet Set Radio. I would, you know, ascribe that to everybody. I think everybody can enjoy Jet Set Radio, Jet Grind Radio, but I don't know, man, just good sets. I'm not big into current sets like PS4 sets or anything like that. Although I'm not like totally against them, it's just that I feel like I just want the cheapest way to play possible. I just want the retail disc. I probably should have done the support of the Shenmue 3 Kickstart thing or whatever, but there's been numerous attempts with Kickstarters where they have been abysmal fails. There was the Mighty Number 9 thing, which was just a big letdown to the Mega Man fans. That was supposed to be a spiritual successor to that. Speaking along just the lines of just random stuff, I was thinking about doing just like another MGTOW video on my other channel. Why am I mentioning my other channel? I'm like doxing myself. But yeah, I was thinking about the Joker and you know, just talking about that because like I do have a lot of things to say about the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and I was just trying to analyze. I just think there's a whole lot there. Like there's a whole lot of topics to talk about with like putting on a mask and you know, going in through society and just you know, just there's something to the Joker where that it just compels me where it hits you sideways. It's just different versions of the Joker that hits you sideways, but that's beside the point right now. I just feel like yeah, that whole thing with the Joker is like remember when that anonymous guy was coming out and he was like, he had that mask on or whatever, and people were like trying to get woke with that, and there, you know what I'm saying, like there's something about the human psyche that gravitates towards people in masks. Maybe it's because in society we are compelled and led to not speak the truth in order for the women and children, basically. And then you got MGTOW channels, and like MGTOW supposedly is blowing up because of all this, what is it, Brett Kavanaugh or something like that? Somebody in Congress here in America is getting Me Too'd right now, and like people are getting tired of the whole Me Too allegation stuff, and I don't know, man, it's just, I'm glad a lot of this stuff is being popularized and like shed into the forefront. Did I mention how awesome my shirt is? This is just one of the Dreamcast shirts I got. I got 2 Dreamcast shirts, and the other one I mentioned in one of my videos, but there's that. And yeah, this is just about 9 minutes now, but pertaining to this game, it just looks like just another visual novel. It doesn't look like anything too terribly awesome. It looks like it might have card playing elements to it. The colors look pretty cool. I see a lot of vibrant blues, and you know, yellows are just popping out. I'm always joking around about hallways. Are there hallways up in this? Hallways, anybody? Yeah, so this game comes with its own personal awesome waifu. It's a little bit crinkled at the back. I guess you couldn't really see the face, but there's the face right there. And yeah, it just has a little stamp set. Not much to say. Oh, there's these little, like, I'm not sure if they're stickers or just like little Klingon things. You know, klings, those little things. It's crazy that it's in English. I always thought it was crazy how, like, in Japan, like, a lot of things are in English. Why? What is that? I mean, it's like they mix up their languages on their stuff, it like, what is that? I mean, if you got like something with complete Japanese writing on it, it's probably food or something. I don't know, but yeah, quiz on my goddess. I really like doing all of these limited editions and stuff. I think it's kind of neat. So, without further ado, let's talk about this one. Alright, I guess I'll start talking from here. Yeah, the opening looked kind of like a Godzilla opening. Looked more like a Shin Godzilla opening or something like that. There might be some more talking on this opening movie. I don't know, you tell me. This is a mystery. Is this a game that reflects the female mind because none of it makes sense? Alright, as always, I am picking the first option that comes along, trying to simplify things. It is somewhat of a miracle that I'm actually bringing this game to you because I don't like to open up sealed games necessarily unless I have doubles. And this was one of the last games that I made it a point to burn because I had this game. And I planned on reviewing this game a whole lot earlier than I ended up doing. So we got all kinds of stuff happening here. She's like, you're enlisted into Starship Troopers. And you gotta shoot a bunch of aliens. Yeah, okay, this looks unplayable. Okay, it's like timed or something. Oh, it's a quiz is what it is. Okay, apparently I did okay. This game kind of has a blue and white motif, and I have a blue and white controller in my hand right now. Seems very appropriate. He looks kind of like Ryo Hazuki. I don't know. You know, anime girls always have like different colored hair, and feminists have different colored hair, so what's up with that similarity? Clowns also have different colored hair like that. Is this like battles or something? Is that the same girl? She's got a different blue mark on her face. Alright. Whole lot of talking, but it's a very Japanese game, man. Yeah, it's just really annoying about the theisozone being down because I mean, I'm glad I burnt a crazy amount of games when I had the chance to. You know. So I got that going. I actually like saved a bunch of the ISOs on thumbsticks too. So I have absolutely no plan on selling backups, because I think that's what is the most controversial aspect of making backups. I think for collectors to burn games and to actually play the games, that's one thing. You would like to give money to the original developers, but ideally there should be a way for Sega to offer the ISOs, but I guess the license rights and everything is just split up between all of these publishing places and everything, and everything's all defunct and crazy now, so I don't know. I guess there's no easy answer for any of that, but at this point everything's up in the air. I guess emulation boxes or whatever, retro pies and stuff is the way to go, I suppose, because you might as well just bite the bullet and, you know, spend some money, plop some money down, and get one of those deals with a bunch of Dreamcast stuff on it. But I don't know about the availability of that, because like the majority of that stuff is for the 8-bit, you know, all that type stuff, different consoles, like, you know, just arcade stuff in general, just stuff for everything, really. I want to get like a retro Pi or something with a bunch of MS-DOS games, so I can play like a Dangerous Dave on this TV right here. That'd be pretty cool. I have a laptop. I could probably play flash drives on one. No, I can play games on one website and play MS-DOS games on that. So it's a pretty little flower garden, little mountain forest area in the background. I'm getting kind of lost in that. I could care less, or is it that I could not care less? I don't know about the plot and everything. This is just very unplayable, and I gave the last game that I rated the Sister Princess, I was way too gracious. I said 5 out of 10, and I was confusing that with just most Dreamcast games. Like if it's just kind of like a meh type game, I give it a 5 out of 10. But for these unplayable ones, I normally just give it a 2 if I can't play it. It's just worth collecting because of just, you know, if you're a collector, then that's how you get the worth out of it. But yeah, man. I guess we're gonna go to this little classroom area. I'm just using the D-pad and the A button. I'm not sure if the analog stick works or not. I guess you're that guy, the guy who looks like Ryo Hazuki, you know? He's ready and willing to do whatever he can to get some. Hey, I got lucked out, I think. Hey, that's that little fist emoji. Gollum Cone gave me that fist emoji one time in a comment, and I reciprocated that. That's one of the better emojis. I like the smiley face emoji with the shades, you know. You know, I never really liked stuff with dresses and just the girly stuff and like the everything, because, you know, you look at people who wear like dresses and dress shirts and stuff, and it's like they just care too much and stuff, and like you don't want to advertise your wealth necessarily. You know, I had a discussion with a friend about this today. You know, like people take advantage of you if you try to do that. It's like in order to get a female in your life, you got to play their game of peacocking, and you just gotta show that you have money and that you're willing to spend money on frivolous stuff. So you gotta like wear watches and gold chains and whatever. I'm just getting lucky. I have no idea what any of this means. But yeah, you just gotta like be kind of flashy, so to tell them that you're willing to spend money on them. But in reality, you should just be spending money on whatever you want to spend money on, because it's your money, right? So I just hit the A button. I was just tired of all that talking, man. Are we in a boat? The probably a house. It just looks like, you know, a bow and stern. You know, can you go in this little pool area? Can we go swimming? Some of these areas are blocked off, as you can see. The areas are darkened. Yeah, I gave Sister Princess a 6.5 for the set, and I think that was still kind of high, but I guess I'll rate this set a 6.5 as well, and I'm going to give the game itself just a 2, because look at me, I mean, this is just, there's nothing to this game, it's just, not do anything for me. Is there a way that you can put your phone, take a picture of the image and use an app, those translation things? But everything is timed. I'm not about to learn Japanese anytime soon, really. But this is the game. This is Quiz Ah My Goddess. It's got a crazy long name too. It's like I looked on Sega Retro and I was like, oh yeah, it's one of those. Does that mean I'll win? Yeah. So I'm just going to give this game a 2. And, you know, the Sister Princess deserved a 2 as well. At least with Sister Princess, you got to... it was more of a traditional graphic novel. I mean, visual novel. This one is more of a... interesting, different take on things. It's just kind of a... I guess it's a visual novel meets a quiz game. It's in the title, Quiz. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my goddess. Okay, different things are happening. Oh my gosh, Sheila. You would not believe what Vanessa did. Oh my gosh, let me just tell you about all this mundane just stuff that's just gonna zap all the energy out of you. You're just gonna have to leave the room because I'm gonna talk about Vanessa for the next hour and a half. And then I'm gonna talk about my kids. My kids. What I wouldn't do for my kids. I mean, they all left me because I was horrible to them, but I'm not going to tell you that because I'm going to virtue signal. But what I wouldn't do for my kids, and what I wouldn't do to just stand here and tell you about my kids like you want to hear about my kids. Have you ever been around people like that? It's like the only thing they got going on in their lives is their kids. So, yeah, I mean, the set's pretty cool, but I do like having it. It's a pretty cool set. So, did I get a finalized thing? I'm just giving this game a 2 out of 10. Sister Princess is a 2 out of 10 too. So don't go by what I said with Sister Princess. That's just a total 2. This one is just as meaningless as that one. I guess I'll give this set a 7, because I mean, it's cool to have. It's just a little stamp set. It's very interesting. I like it. It's one of the cooler looking sets, I think. It's not the best though. It's some of them Sakura Wars sets are pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff, but I didn't really turn up the volume. It's like you don't get to hear the in-game music as much, but I'll just end it here. I already rated it. Oh, am I going to recommend this game? No, but the set's cool, and yeah, you should already know how I feel. I've done enough of these reviews where it's, you know the score, you know what's up, you know what's up. So, there we have it. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. You guys are awesome. Here's some more gameplay before we go.
まだ間に合うって。時間がないのよ。転送するわ。ゲームオーバー。